Well, I'm outraged. It's a complete weaponization of the United States against a man who stands for the people. I mean, Donald Trump walks the walk and talks the talk.
All right, folks, you got to see this clip from Newsmax. It is pretty hilarious. They've got two Trump supporters on. One of them is wearing an F Joe Biden hat. And then the host acts surprised that he says something crazy when talking about the arrest of Donald Trump. But it's not about the actual arrest.
Michael, I'm going to start with you because some of our audience may remember we had you on the show recently. You were at a school board meeting. You're a concerned parent, somebody that this administration might call a domestic terrorist, and that's where we are these days in America. I'm curious to get your reaction, though, because you were very enthusiastic when you came on our program. You love Donald Trump. You love what he did for this country. When you first heard about this possible arrest tomorrow, what did you think? How did it make you feel? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I'm outraged. It's a complete weaponization of the United States against a man who stands for the people. I mean, Donald Trump walks the walk and talks the talk, unlike most of your politicians who are just a bunch of liars. He's the only president since Reagan that honored every single wish he said, except for making the fucking Mexicans pay for the wall.
Okay. Apologize for that. Chris, let me ask you this.
I will say this. This whole arrest situation has people absolutely fired up. They are going out of their minds because they really worry what's going to happen to Donald Trump. I don't think they really understand that Donald Trump loves the idea that he might get arrested. Hell, he might do his own perp walk just to get the video of him doing so. They will use the mugshot down the line in campaign materials. This is such a win for Donald Trump. It kind of bothers me that a lot of people don't really see it that way, but it is obvious to me that this guy is thrilled he is about to get arrested because it's going to help him out politically. Now, back to the situation with this individual wearing the F. Biden hat and his words that he decided to say here. A little frustration about Donald Trump not building the wall, but it goes to show you the passion that people have for Donald Trump. The guy has effectively made himself victim of the government. Why? Because he is a victim of the government. And not just the deep state, but in this particular case, right out in the open, they are openly persecuting him in a way that nobody else would be persecuted. They're going to prosecute him when they would never do this again. And what people don't really understand on the left is that this is going to benefit Donald Trump greatly. He will benefit. He will raise money off of this. He will rally his base off of this. And at the end of the day, more Republicans will support Donald Trump by the time this is all said and done than did before it started. Now, is it enough? Is it hard support? I'm not so sure. There might be some wavering Republicans that will go over to Trump and see what's happening here. But the risk to Donald Trump remains the same. The risk he's had all along. Is it too much drama? And you saw it with the DeSantis interview yesterday. One of the things he mentioned is no more drama.
People have been quite kind of scathing. They've said you're house-trained Donald, you're Diet Coke to his full Coke, right? You've heard all this stuff. What are the differences between you? Well, I know him very well. Having now spent time with you, I could immediately identify a few differences. But what do you think are the differences?
Well, I mean, I think there's a few things. I mean, obviously, the approach to COVID was different. I mean, I would have fired somebody like Fauci. I think that he got way too big for his britches, and I think he did a lot of damage. I also think just in terms of my approach to leadership, I get personnel in the government who have the agenda of the people and share our agenda. If you bring your own agenda in, you're gone. We're just not going to have that. So the way we run the government, I think, is no daily drama, focus on the big picture, and put points on the board, and I think that that's something that's very important.
And he's taking a lot of heat for this because people are complaining that he's hitting him while he's down. His son is complaining that it's unfair to go after Donald Trump in this way. His son, who wrote a book called Triggered, by the way, sounds like he's kind of triggered in this situation. But the drama is Trump's biggest drawback, but he is drawn to it and loves it so much. This could become a major issue. Are people sick and tired of the drama? Or will they rally to Trump because he's being victimized once again by the political elites.